Hello guys, welcome to my new playlist, which will be an Ark Beginner's Guide, which will take you through from the first basics all the way through to the most complicated things in the game, such as taming a quetzal solo. So today we're going to be going through the basics as mentioned. So I've started on Valguero because, well, it's one of my favourite maps between that and Ragnarok, but I like Valguero because of the fact that it's got the dino shoes, hegs, I'm going to call them. But anyway, we're going to get started on the, so first things first. Obviously, your spawn zones, they do have a degree of difficulty to each and every one of them. If you're a complete beginner, I do recommend staying completely away from the chalk hill zones, jungle zones, redwood zones, tundra zones, snow zones. Basically, anything that's not a beach or a small island on any of the maps. This is not just Valguero, you're talking the island, Ragnarok. Each area has its own set difficulty, so I'm going to start off on small islands just for the sake of this video. So, create new survivor. Short, nothing too complicated, just literally straight to the point and what they're about. So, this episode is literally just on how to get started. So, when you get started, when you spawn in, you get the cutscene and all that lot, you know. You'll get that pretty much every time you start a new game. There is 4 or 5 main resources that you can gather. So the first one, if we hit this, is stone. The other one is thatch and wood, as you've just seen from me hitting there. Ignore the fact that it said sap, that was just because of the type of tree that I hit. And from there, the only other one that you can really gather is fibre. Now I need to find an actual fibre bush because none of these are. Let me see if I can find one over here for you. I need to drop some of that stone. So you've got stone rocks, we'll get into them shortly. I just need to find a stone, a bush, let me find a bush. This could be a problem. Oh, don't know when that's happening. But yeah, so from bushes you can gather fibre. But your main priority should be to craft your tools and armour from the get-go, really. If you ever see things like this, it's a dinosaur egg. Don't pick it up, you'll get attacked and destroyed, quite frankly. Do any of these give fibre? There we go, so there we are, we've got some fibre. So, right from the get-go, you'll get level ups, which I tend to just put into weight. And you're going to want to craft all these tools here, so stone pick, torch and stone hatchet. You'll see why shortly. So we should have enough materials to craft our first pick, leaving a few left over. So from there we can now, let me get away from this Bronto, go around and collect other materials. So once you've got a pick, you can then gather flint with your stone pickaxe, which will then allow you to craft your hatchet, your torch and your campfire. So they're your basic things that you ideally want to be setting out with from day one. Once you've got your second level up, you'll then start to gather the points to be able to craft armour with. All you need for your armour is fibre and hide. Now, hide isn't going to be easy to get at first, so what I recommend doing is finding something easy to kill, like a dodo, and basically killing as many of them as you can to get the rest of the cloth armour set done, because it protects you from the environment, from heat, from cold, and it basically makes your water and your food attributes last longer because of that. But look, typical for me, there's no dodos in sight, so I can't really show you how to kill them. But that, guys, is the basics way to set out. There's a Fiomia over there, there's also a Parasaur over there. All these are easy things to kill, but you have to be able to keep up with them. I don't recommend trying to kill things like Stegos, Ankylos, Trikes when you've only just started out, because you will get absolutely destroyed by them. Tech Stego right there, guys. And some jellyfish that are completely freaking out by the looks of it. When you're low level as well, I do not recommend trying to go for a swim, because well, you'll just get absolutely annihilated. Now, if I try and... What I'm going to do for the next episode, guys, because that is pretty much it for this episode. I'm going to walk away from that because we don't want to die. So yeah, for the next episode, we're going to talk about building your first base, what's essential for it, and what you want in it, and that will be it for that episode. Because getting started out and having your first base is pretty much your building block to going any further in Ark. If you don't have a set base, then you'll be dying constantly and constantly spawning at different places without ever progressing. So that's what we'll be talking about in the next episode, guys. I hope you found this video helpful as always, and don't forget to hit that like button. Just before I go, guys, because I don't think I pointed it out, you will find that the two different tools, so your pickaxe and your stone hatchet, actually gather two different materials. So hatchet, more wood, pickaxe, more thatch. And it's the same with flint and stone. The hatchet will gather more stone, whereas pickaxe will gather more flint. Right, guys, that will be it. So as mentioned, I will be covering how to build your first base in the next episode. I think I'm going to move over towards the beach just because there'll be more for me to show off over there, and less water, quite frankly. So yeah, I'll see you then. Enjoy, guys.